So friends, in the ever-evolving battlefield of silicon, power alone isn't victory anymore. It's about precision, control, and strategy. And that's exactly where Qualcomm made its next move. This isn't the Plus, and it's not the Elite. It's the Snapdragon 8S Gen 4, the stealth assassin of the flagship world. A chip born not to outshine its bigger brother, but to outthink it. Qualcomm's message is simple. You don't always need a bigger hammer. Sometimes the sharpest blade wins the war. The Snapdragon 8S Gen 4 isn't here to boast about brute strength. It's here to prove that smart engineering beats raw muscles. Every transistor, every core, every optimization carries the lesson of Snapdragon 8 Elite, refined into something leaner, faster, and eerily efficient. This is the rise of the flagship killer chipset, where accessibility meets adrenaline and every cycle of silicon feels like a calculated strike. So yeah, if you're new here, then hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon, because I'm all about brutally honest camera reviews, gaming reviews, smartphone reviews, chipset reviews like this one. Now, numbers don't lie. They reveal design philosophy. And the Snapdragon 8S Gen 4 doesn't chase chaos. It delivers controlled domination. On AnTuTu version 10, it achieves a total score of 2,454,886 in Muzu, with 692,050 CPU, 827,922 GPU, 417,734 memory, and 517,120 for UX. That's not random. That's symmetry in motion. Now, trailing close behind is the Redmi Turbo 4 Pro that hits 2,079,875 points, followed by the Nothing Phone 3 at 2,075,196 points, the Xiaomi Mi 5 Pro at 2,063,041 points, and the Vivo IQ Z10 Turbo Pro with 2,052,452 points. Not far off is the Vivo IQ Neo 10 Global Edition that scores 2,046,276, and the Xiaomi Poco F7 rounds it out with a still strong 2,013,913 points. Now friends, keep in mind that these scores may vary depending on the smartphone's variant, so if you see higher or lower number, then don't panic. Then there is the Geekbench 6, and the story is a bit changed here. I mean, if you look at this AnTuTu, then the Muzu topped it, but here the IQ Neo 10 achieved 2,228 points in single core and 7,295 in multi-core, which topped the chart in these smartphones. This chipset is standing shoulder to shoulder with last year's flagship while slipping less power. And if we zoom out for the GPU's compute power, its Adreno A25 clocks a compute score of 18,525, showing that Qualcomm's new sliced GPU architecture isn't just marketing talk, it's measurable real-world evolution. We will talk about that in a minute. Now in 3D Mark, Wildlife Extreme, phones running this chip had around 50 to 60% sustained stability. It jumped to 87% in solar bear tracing, meaning even the light set hardest, this 8S Gen 4 doesn't blink. Now, at its core lies an 8-core Qualcomm Creo CPU built on TSMC's 4nm process. This architecture is surgical, with one Cortex X4 prime core clocked at 3.21 GHz, backed by 3 Cortex S720 cores clocked at 3 GHz, 2 Cortex S720 cores clocked at 2.8 GHz, and another 2 Cortex S720 cores clocked at 2.02 GHz. So no little cores and no compromise. Just 8 performance-driven beasts operating in perfect synchronization. The Creo CPU here isn't just fast, it's adaptive. Qualcomm's new Turing architecture delivers up to 31% improved CPU performance with a significant boost in power efficiency. It's built on ARM version 9.2/8 instruction set, featuring a 6 MB of L2 cache and leverages real-time adaptive voltage scaling through Qualcomm's Adaptive Performance Engine, which dynamically tunes voltage and frequency like an F1 car's ECU. Now let's talk graphics, the heart of visual performance. Meet the Qualcomm Adreno A25 GPU, built on the next-gen Adreno 800 architecture. It houses 512 shading units per slice, 1024 total shaders, and clocked at 1.15 GHz. It delivered roughly 2.35 teraflops of compute power, and it supports every major graphics AI: Vulkan 1.3, OpenCL 2.0, OpenGL ES 3.2, DirectX 12. This redesigned dual-slice architecture brings 2 rendering pipelines, each with dedicated memory, enabling improved thermal control, higher throughput, and up to 49% faster graphics compared to the previous generation. Plus, every chip has a heart, but without a pulse, it's lifeless. For the Snapdragon 8S Gen 4, that pulse is its memory and storage subsystem. It supports LPDDR5X RAM clocked at 4800 MHz, offering up to 24 GB of capacity, and 76.8 gigabits bandwidth. It's paired with UFS 4.0 storage, so data moves like lightning. Now friends, gaming isn't just about performance, it's about presence. The moment when the screen disappears and your reflexes take over. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 was built exactly for that. Inside beats the dual Adreno 825 GPU, each slice with its own dedicated memory, engineered for heat control, stability, and relentless efficiency. It delivers up to 49% graphics performance boost over 8 Gen 3. Not just faster, but smoother, cooler, and smarter. And friends, you can feel it the moment you load a PUBG Mobile or Call of Duty Mobile. You can play it ultra plus 90 FPS is effortless. Max graphics per ultra is locked. Even in Genshin Impact, the true GPU stress test runs at high settings at 60 FPS stable, proving that efficiency and immersion can coexist. The secret sauce is the Qualcomm's Snapdragon Elite Gaming Suite, the cheat code others wish they had. It brings hardware-accelerated ray tracing with global illumination for realistic lighting, Adreno Frame Motion Engine 2.0 that doubles perceived frame rates with AI frames, Snapdragon Game Super Resolution for intelligent 4K upscaling, Snapdragon Shadow Denoiser for softer shadows, and the Adaptive Performance Engine, tuning power and thermals in real time. The 8 Gen 4 doesn't just run your games, it stages them. Now, at its center lies the Qualcomm Hexagon NPU, a neural engine built to think, adapt, and anticipate. Upgraded Qualcomm AI engine delivers a 44% boost in AI performance over the 8 Gen 3, powered by 2x larger shared AI memory and improved bandwidth. This fused system of scalar, tensor, and vector accelerators process intelligence instantly and efficiently, allowing the chip to handle complex AI tasks with ease. And friends, for the first time in this tier, the 8 Gen 4 unlocks on-device multi-modal multilingual generative AI, supporting top large language models and large vision models with INT4 and INT8 precision. It enables real-time speech, texts, and visual understanding, all processed locally for lightning-fast responses and total privacy. Now, light, color, emotion. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 captures them all through the Qualcomm Spectra 18-bit triple AI ISP. It supports up to 320 megapixel sensor or 36 megapixel camera simultaneously, capturing 18-bit raw data with DSLR level depth and clarity. This ISP is powered by Engine for Visual Analytics 4.0 with hardware acceleration for ITOF depth sensors up to 4K 30 FPS and supports leading imaging standards like HDR10+, HDR10, HLG, Dolby Vision, HDR Vivid, plus RAC the 2020 color gamut and 10-bit EIF, HCIF photo capture. So footage looks cinematic straight from the sensor. AI takes over where hardware ends. Limitless segmentation enhances up to 250 elements in real time, skies, faces, reflections, and textures, while AI for 3A adjusts instantly for precision. In low light, Night Vision 2.0 delivers sharp 4K 30 video with AI noise reduction, multi-frame noise reduction, and locally motion compensated temporal filtering, keeping every scene clean and detailed. Now for creators, it records 4K HDR videos at 60 FPS, playback 8K HDR at 60 FPS, and shoots 1080p slow motion at 480 FPS. Tools like Hardware Bokeh Engine 2 provide video capture, computational HDR, up to 4 exposures, and Video Super Resolution delivers professional level control. It even includes TruePic photo capture with C2PA certification for verified authenticity. Qualcomm also added always sensing cameras for gesture control and hands-free use, even in low power mode. Plus, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 turns visuals and sound into pure immersion. It powers WQHD Plus displays up to 144 Hz with 10-bit color depth, RAC the 2020 gamut from 1 Hz to 240 Hz for smooth, adaptive performance that saves power when ideal and unleashes full fluidity in motion. It supports every HDR format, HDR10, HDR10+, Dolby Vision, HDR Vivid, and HLG. It renders over 1 billion colors with Qualcomm's precision color management and even drives 4K external displays at 60 Hz for creators and builders. Audio gets the same elite treatment with Qualcomm acoustic technology and smart speaker amplifier pushing distortion down to -108 dB, while the Snapdragon sound suite with aptX adaptive, aptX lossless, LE audio, and special head track sound delivers CD quality, lag-free wireless audio. Add Qualcomm X-Band technology for seamless Wi-Fi plus Bluetooth streaming under 50mm latency, and you got uninterrupted cinematic immersion anywhere. Now, power is mean nothing if you can't stay connected, and the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 masters connection with precision. At its core is the Snapdragon X75 5G modem RF system, delivering up to 4.2 Gbps download speeds over sub-6 GHz 5G, and with 4x4 MIMO, SA and SA modes, and 3GB release 17, its AI accelerated 5G AI suite dynamically optimizes signal and power, ensuring stable, efficient connectivity even in weak coverages. Qualcomm skipped mmWave not by mistake but by design, focusing on real-world sub-6 GHz performance that actually matters. And for Wi-Fi, the fast connect mobile connectivity system brings Wi-Fi 7 with 5.8 Gbps peak speeds, HBS multi-link, edX8 MU-MIMO, and 4K QAM, delivers ultra-low latency and smooth 8K streaming. On the audio side, Bluetooth 6.0 supports LE audio, dual antenna switching, and channel sounding for precise proximity and spatial awareness. So yeah friends, that brings me to my final verdict. So friends, every generation has a moment where power meets purpose, and the Snapdragon 8s Gen 4 is that moment. It's not the loudest chip in Qualcomm's lineup, but it's the one that speaks the clearest. Built on the TSMC 4nm process with a 3.2 GHz Corridor CPU, dual slice Adreno 825 GPU, and Hexagon NPU built for generative AI, this silicon doesn't just chase record, it defines balance. It delivers 31% faster CPU, 49% stronger GPU, 44% smarter AI, and 39% better efficiency, holding rock-steady thermals and unmatched ray tracing stability. It connects faster, captures smarter, and runs longer, all while feeling more human. Phones like Poco F7, Redmi Turbo 4 Pro, iQOO Neo 10, and Nothing 403 aren't just affordable powerhouses. They are proof of Qualcomm's new philosophy: refine, don't overrate. In a world obsessed with more, the 8s Gen 4 proves that enough done perfectly is everything. It democratizes performance, redefines premium, and reminds the industry that you don't need an elite badge to feel like you're holding power. Because true innovation isn't about going higher, it's about getting smarter. And the Snapdragon 8s Gen 4 is where efficiency meets silicon, and the flagship killer become the flagship standard. So yeah friends, that's all for this review. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to never miss a review video land this soon. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to answer them. So my name is Hamza, this is Head Tech, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you want to watch the full review of the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, then that video is right here. And if you want to watch the full review of the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3, then that video is right here. Thank you for watching.